So let's go.
3, we will be using arcane magic, careful diplomacy, and eldritch abominations to subjugate the world and
Hang on, I have to see that again.
careful diplomacy, and eldritch
That's a mod. That has to be a mod. That's not in the game, right? That is definitely a
abominations
mod.
to subjugate the world and ascend to godliness. Standing in our way are hordes of beastmen, undead armies, and of course thousands of communists. For every
God, not the communist. Not the communist. It is a mod. Okay, I fucking knew it. I knew that wasn't 40K.
one of these enemies we conquer, our commander grows in size and strength until he becomes a literal god. Can we spread our cult across the world, or will every endgame crisis on max difficulty stop us in our tracks? There's only one way to find out. We start our campaign at the Monument of the Moon and are immediately presented with a difficult decision. Do we want to develop caste-based slavery or experiment with blood sacrifices?
Why are these so horrific already? Why are these awful already? Sacrifices or blood
I won't
rituals?
lie, my psychosexual need to dominate the poor is very strong, but my compulsion to draw with their blood is even stronger. After that, I began examining our military. We're equipped with several
These are 100% a faction mod. Or stone. No.
swamp monsters, a goblin shaman that looks suspiciously like Gilbert Gottfried, and our
Oh my god, he does. Oh my god, he does. Oh, right. I just remembered. R.I.P. Gilbert Godfrey.
commander, a giant octopus named Kroll. I try not to look at him too much because those tentacles make me act up. Right now, he's just
Oh no, we cannot be down that for a fucking tentacle monster. Shush.
the big fat idiot that gets bullied by enemy archers. But for every capital city we capture, we can construct a Temple of Kroll, which increases his weapon damage, armor, and mass by 5%. Our goal?
Wait, his mass? So the boy gets fatter the more he conquers? He's just like Grom. He's just like the fucking fat goblin guy from the other video. It's our mod. This video is so good. Okay, I'm
Construct
excited.
20 temples so that we can ascend from trifling god to divine entity. First, we have to
Oh
kill...
my god! He gets fucking huge, bro! From the punch, that was it. Yes,
our
I'm
neighbors. This was when I understood just how large Kroll was, because he looks like this on the auto-resolve. The beastmen did their best, but after buffing Kroll with sneaky stabbing, he absolutely gutted their army. It's at this point I realized I picked the
just in shock at how fucking big
best
he is.
faction, because I can take my enemies as slaves and sacrifice them before each battle to increase the potency of my magic spells. More on that later. With the beastmen currently locked in my basement, I have to choose my next victim.
No, not the basement. Anything but the basement,
In an
please.
effort to quickly monopolize the color green, I decide to start with the orcs. Unfortunately, all of their cities follow some Latin American naming system, which makes them very hard for me to pronounce. This causes me to vibrate with rage, but it doesn't stop me from auto-resolving them out of existence. In fact, it helped a lot. At this point, I was getting in character as some kind of settlement name auditor, punishing factions with
Pillars of Unseen Constellations. That is a
pretentious
shit
or
name.
unimaginative naming systems, which led me directly to a town in the swamp named Swamp Town. So
Hey, no, that's a good name. Swamp Town is a good name. It says exactly what it's about. All my homies like Swamp Town. It's like White Town, but
seriously,
worse.
guys, I decided to penalize this faction by hiring a group of ogres to beat them to death with mallets. With Swamp Town under new management, we now have regional stability and we can begin developing our economic infrastructure. However, that would be a massive mistake, because when you are playing a lord that looks like this, you are definitely not an economic faction. To put it simply,
I need to engage in homicidal behavior on a massive scale.
so quickly
Hello? Shrek born in Swamp Town? He literally was. He was legitimately born in Swamp
resuming the
Town.
wanton slaughter of innocent people, I recruit a second
Weren't you just simping for Tau mech figures in one of your previous streams? Yeah, Tau mechs are good. I fucking love the Tau mechs. They're cool.
general
Okay.
and launch a preemptive strike against Lord Mazda Mundi at Port Reaver. Taking the settlement was quite easy, but surviving what came next was an entirely different matter. Because on the next turn, Mazda Mundi descended on Port Reaver with all 1,200
Oh, no.
pounds of his body positivity and began
For this body positivity, the left.
massacring thousands of innocent boglars. However, I have confirmed with top scientists that boglars are in fact not real people. They don't have rights, and we don't have to care when they die. So, no
Wait, so dinosaurs don't have rights by that logic? Interesting, Is that when they got wiped out because they didn't have
Big
rights?
deal. But it was a big deal on the next turn when Mazda Mundi came down to Swamp Town and kicked the shit out of me. Suffering this many defeats so early in the campaign made me seriously consider ending it all. However, I quickly realized that my hatred for the lizards is marginally greater than my hatred for myself. And so I fought on. If you're ever in this situation, I'll tell you exactly how to win. Simply challenge your enemy to a rematch, sacrifice 400 innocent people to supercharge your spells, then spend the entire battle abusing Spirit Leech to kill all of their commanders.
It's just that easy. It's just that easy, guys. Whenever you need to rematch somebody, just do that. Even not in this game, you still sacrifice people to amp up your spell casting, and then there's leech their fucking vitality.
Don't tell anyone you did that shit though. They'll make fun of you and call you gay. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Anyway, this marked a turning point in the war, because, simply put, everyone on the other side was dead. By the time we got to their capital city, they did
Woody, shut. God, they're gonna make this recording so long, holy shit.
have an army, but we quickly drowned them in a sea of boglar corpses, and I guess we also literally drowned them with these tidal waves. With the lizards now relegated to the fossil record, we have to plan our next.
It's just like real life. They became fossil. Oh my god, it's full circle. Even in this weird fantasy world, dinosaurs still turn into fossils, which means they're gonna turn into boil soon.
Move. I looked to the south and found opium farmers, and in the north, manic sex criminals. I don't know if you've ever met a dark elf, but
But boy, would I like to. No, I'm joking. They're too fucked up for me.
ironically, they smell like cigarettes and boiled piss, so I try to avoid them at all costs. I started the war against Cathay.
Wait, how does he know what boiled piss smells like? Excuse you? I feel like that's outing you more than you mean it
By
to.
ambushing them at the floating pyramid and capturing several of their cities. They sent their finest dumpling salesmen to stop me, but failed every time. Probably
It's communist. Communists always fail. Just everything. In life, in general, communism always fails.
because I just unlocked this new artillery unit and it fires literal laser beams. Not too bad.
What the fuck? Okay, that seems OP as fuck. In fact, let's take on dinosaurs as a pet. It doesn't have rights.
Eventually,
There.
Cathay unified their forces with Marcus Wolfhard and fought me at the Monument of Izatal. This was the exact point in the campaign where I realized Kroll is absolutely broken, because I now have tier 2 magic, plus 100% spell intensity from sacrifices, and another 45% from this item.
Wow. So you're a spell-casting monster,
Want to see what that
essentially.
looks like? Look at these spearmen. Now they're gone. That wasn't sped up. 1,500 people just died in 3 seconds. Now cast
What the fuck? Is it in the game? Right, is this spells in particular in the game? It seems broken.
casting the big spells might seem like the way to go, but I've discovered a more effective method, because after defeating Yon Bo in combat, I gained a trait which reduces the cost of all of my spells by 20%. This makes my tidal
Oh my
wave
god, okay, this is even more fucking broken.
cost almost nothing. However, because of the slave sacrifices, it's strong enough to wipe out entire squads of archers in one shot. And to add insult to injury, Kroll has the Brood Mother ability, which causes him to summon a miniature kraken whenever he kills enemy units. I'm sure you can.
What the fuck? This is so broken. This is so broken. Holy shit, bro. Yeah, that spell is death magic, not necromancy. I thought necromancy was death magic, no? Am I just dumb?
Imagine just how quickly this got out of hand. I used this one weird trick to accumulate 1,200 kills on Kroll in a single battle. I had this whole army thing wrong. I saw Kroll and thought, disgusting swamp monster for melee combat. But really, he is one of the most well-educated and gifted mages of all time.
No, yes, I'm real, bro. He's like I was gonna say a historian. No, he's a valedictorian? I
Anyway,
guess?
this probably goes without saying, but we won that battle pretty easily. By this point, the Chinese are finished, Marcus is homeless, and if you're an 8-limbed monstrosity, things are going pretty good.
That's not so good. So it's not so good. No, they're two very different things. Really? How do you know this, Taurus?
We
How
now
do you
have
know
4
this?
capital cities with 2 temples, and more being built every turn. I can taste godhood, and it tastes like dead Bretonians. It's at this
Bretonians should always be dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, they're French, so, you know, they should always be
You're
extinct.
probably wondering, Reggie, do you actually have a plan, or are you going to just keep killing people? To which I reply, that is the plan. That's always
I knew it. I freaking knew it. I fucking
been
knew
the
it.
plan, in every single video. In my effort to accumulate as many capital cities as possible, I began physically annihilating the Bretts. Sure, they
You're not sorry, and if you don't lie, you know what? You're correct. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at
have
all.
good cavalry, because their knights are so well trained that they're practically one with their horse. However, my cavalry are literally one with their
Oh my god. Oh, bro, okay.
horse, because I have used dark magic to anatomically fuse them together. Imagine this, you're a French peasant. The only things you know are be stinky and die from shitting yourself. Then imagine seeing these ungodly abominations cresting the hill. It's fair to say that you are unprepared for what's about to happen, as was Alberic. In fact, at one point, I ended my turn in march stance beside 2 full Bretonnian stacks, because I fundamentally do not respect them. All
Sorry. I fundamentally do not respect them. Went so much harder than I ever thought it would. Holy fuck,
in all,
sorry.
we had their entire empire wiped out within 10 turns. It was at this point I realized Jan Bo is actually still alive. I just stole all of his territory, and since then he's been camping outside my settlements like a homeless vagrant who steals my recyclables just to survive. After 10 turns of this, he worked up the courage to bonsai charge a nearby settlement.
Motherfucker, I'm blocking it, you can't see, guys. He has 2 units. He has 2. I'm gonna move. He has 2 fucking units, right? Is he high? Is he fucking... Bro is so dead. Bro is asking for death here.
By himself. What an asshole. Anyway, I gotta say, he really went for it. It's almost like he didn't have a choice. Maybe he was drafted, or even enlisted, the sponsor of today's video. Enlisted is
I thought we'd get moved out of freaking Blade Rock fucking sponsor.
a first-person shooter that offers a mixture of PvP and PvE combat. Lead a squad of customizable AI soldiers and participate in massive battles with other players. Enjoy multiple weapons, vehicles, and campaigns ranging from the invasion of Normandy to the Battle of Moscow. The combat is very realistic. For example, I can obliterate your ribcage with a
Ah yes, the strategic points of the, you know, clear on your invisible HUD, very realistic.
shotgun without having to worry about you surviving. Speaking of realism, the graphics are so good I can practically taste the exhaust coming out of this tank. My
I don't know, buddy. It looks very 2004 to
personal
me.
favorite feature is the NI-05 impact mine. It looks like an anti-tank mine at the end of a short stick, because it is. But that's not going to stop me from running across an open field and plunging it into the side of a tank before being atomized in the subsequent explosion. Follow the link below to play Enlisted for free on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. Now back to the video.
Unrivaled courage or crackhead madness? I think crackhead madness.
While this was happening, we were having some issues with a tribe of lizard men led by Gorok. You see, he's an unhinged sociopath on a suicide mission to make you uninstall the game. I can say that confidently because he absolutely devastated Kroll in a head-to-head
Oh my god, they're beating him, what the
battle.
fuck?
And after I tried to finish him off with a second army, he laughed at me, spit in my mouth, and beat me mercilessly. My greatest victory against him came on the 3rd attempt, where I managed to kill everyone in his army before he single-handedly beat all of my remaining soldiers to
Is he that good? This little lizard
death.
boy?
I genuinely believed I could defeat Gorok.
But it turned out I was in fact a soy boy. I was a low-T cuck.
I want you to
Bro, I don't know bigger fall off than Boogie 2988. Holy fucking shit. I can go into details, but holy fuck. That and iDubbbz and Boogie are like the 2 biggest like lol cows I know now.
No, I need you to understand that the only way to kill Gorok is by accepting a Pyrrhic victory auto-resolve. I don't care how much it costs,
Bruh.
it's worth it. I did this myself, and with Gorok out of the picture, we quickly
He cheated. That's not playing the real game. That's cheating. He is pretty dang good. Gorg is amazing. Yeah, Gorg is cracked as shit. He was a pain for me in my campaign.
steamrolled his
Damn.
empire just in time for a bioterrorist to declare war on us.
What the fucking Skaven, bro?
The Skaven decided to take the fight to us, which is really unfortunate for them, because we've just upgraded our cavalry to this. What is it, and where is its lower jaw?
Yeah, where the fuck is this lower jaw?
I don't
What?
know, but I do know that its anatomical abnormality makes it ideal for swallowing entire rats without chewing. The war with Lord Skrulk lasted about 15 turns, and it went something like this. Get attacked by rats, kill literal millions of them, realize you're still outnumbered, somehow win anyway. Siege battle, lose a siege battle, because you didn't see the rats on the south wall, and now you don't have any control points. Increase your blood pressure in frustration, retaliate with tremendous violence, get ambushed again and again and again. Get so
Oh, bro, this seems like just pure misery to fight against. Mutations are broken. I like snack out
angry
best.
that you black out, wake up on the defeat screen and scream into the void. Start winning battles by abusing magic. Don't have mercy. Team up with a demented pirate to destroy their capital cities, and eventually the war is over. Well, sort of. You see, it's turn 90 and the endgame event just triggered all of the endgame events. Compared to the rest of the world, we
Wait,
got
huh? What do you mean all the endgame events? What do you mean all of them? Oh, Sarah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank
off
you.
pretty lucky, but we do still have to deal with a vermintide, which means Skrulk is back and he brought 3 of his finest ball washers to cause trouble. We had
Ball watchers,
to fight them
Laval.
using just Kroll and an army of swamp demons. The game thinks we're going to lose, but what it's not accounting for is my strategic unpredictability. In fact, even I don't know what I'm going to do on a second-by-second basis. But I started by casting a lot of spells, and it was going very well. Honestly, I wish I could take credit for this, but there were so many rats I could probably be doing this blindfolded and killing just as many. Rampaging octopi crashed through their front line. Tsunamis obliterated
This is just like pure insanity. Yeah, there's so many goddamn pestilence.
their slingers, and my off-brand lizard men chased down all the survivors. All in all, we won the battle, and Kroll came out with over 1,000 kills. At this point, we're only
Holy shit, bro. Pro Danas. Bro is avid fucking litty titty, bro. Put him in the game. Put him in the real game. Let's not make this a mod. Let's make him real.
a renegade god with 7 temples constructed, so we still have a lot of work to do. Now I could just be a loser and play this safe, but instead I decided to sail my armies across the ocean and fight the strongest faction on the map, the Tomb
Oh? Why would you do that, bro? Hi, Overlord.
Kings. We came ashore on their borders and quickly realized how bad of a decision this was, because every settlement here is
You're gonna get fucked by the Tomb Kings. You're about to get fucked by the Tomb Kings. They're gonna kick your ass. As a, as an Egyptian and a skelly enjoyer, I stand with my
totally
brethren.
uninhabitable. I pretended not to be bothered by this, because that seems like the kind of thing a god would do, but in reality it made building and recruiting troops very challenging. Apart from that, the war with Khemri was going quite well. All of their armies were tied up in the east, fighting with the dwarves.
How the fuck are you gonna be that? How the fuck are you gonna be that
And
doomstag,
siege,
bro?
so they were woefully unprepared when we showed up and started trashing the place. Part of the issue for them was that I was shamelessly abusing these guys right here. The Balefire Apprentice is a magical ranged unit, and I figured out that by making an entire army out of them, I can absolutely melt just about everything on the tomb.
You're gonna fight dirty, of course. Cedric does not serve. You can't cover up your crimes. Nephew Tomb King's doc is incoming. No, no, no. I will descend my Tomb King forever, and I will descend them to
King
the end.
roster. Even better still is that each one of them has access to Spirit Leech. This spell by itself can drain enemy lords pretty effectively, but since I have 15 apprentices, I can cast 15 instances of it at the same time. Then
What the fuck is that? I'm so busted. Also, April Clips, thank you for the follow. Come
remember
in.
that I've sacrificed slaves to double the potency, so we've effectively cast 30
Yeah.
Spirit Leeches on this poor skeleton, and he has been liquefied within 5
Just look at it, guys. Look at that freaking bullshit. Oh, what if I do the free
seconds.
streak?
I'm not proud to say it, but this tactic won us a lot of territory in the desert. It's now turn 108, and things are
So
going very well.
broken.
We have 11 temples, almost 10,000 slaves, a good chunk of North Africa, and we just unlocked a massive buff for our Balefire apprentices. However, this would soon change, because after I pressed the next turn button, every AI on the map entered into some kind of satanic pact to ruin my life. Khemri started pushing aggressively from the east. Then Ikit Claw started attacking us from the north. Following this, some Dark Elves decide they want to harvest my organs.
They're getting spit roasted very hard here. Holy shit! Holy fuck! Reggie was winning, so he had to fix it.
In
Lamau.
Lustria. Meanwhile, some Wood Elves put us on a stretching rack ass first. And finally, gangs of Chaos Dwarves used a cartoon drilling machine to pop up randomly across Lustria and begin shooting us to death. So basically, we're in a war on 5 fronts.
Holy shit, bro! How do you fucking do this? Like that, bro? Oh great, here comes the new
And no,
command.
it's not going well. We were losing about 4 battles per turn. In moments like these, all you can do is put on a strong face, because it's not gay to be pounded by 5 men unless you moan. However,
Is it? I'm pretty sure it's gay, bro. Again, nothing against that, but I'm pretty sure it's gay, bro. You sure talk of. You sure talk about spit roasting a lot, Neffy. No comment,
the
no
fight
comment.
that really broke me was this one against Ikit. The auto-battler said it was a close defeat, so I thought I could win. I load the map and it seems normal. Then I go cry on the toilet for 25 minutes. For some reason, while I'm away, the map begins to change. The sand is getting marginally brighter by the second. By the time I return, it looks like this. The entire map is covered in some kind of
What the fuck? What the actual fuck is
oversaturated
this?
glow that makes it virtually impossible for me to see what the fuck is going on. If it wasn't for the health bars, I wouldn't even know where my units were, let alone that they're
Yeah,
currently
what?
being shot with Gatling guns. I
The sun is too powerful, Neffy got flashbanged out of consciousness.
tried my best to
bugs.
win this fight, but attempting to identify enemy units under these conditions
I told you to turn off the damn sun, Neffy. No, I don't control the sun. I control black holes, remember?
proved remarkably difficult. Oh, you thought you sent your
I'm not fucking raw, okay? I'm not that guy.
swordsman to go fight some archers. Well, bad news. That's actually a giant mutated rat man and everyone is dead. This is it.
Well,
Rock bottom. I knew there was only one way to get out of this, and it's going to cost me a lot of money. We have access to a unit called a Demonomaniac. It's very good at killing, everything.
the monomaniac. That is a name of all time I've ever heard of. Holy shit.
So against the advice of my financial advisor, I went ahead and built a doom stack with 10 of these fine young men. And let me tell you, as far as antidepressants go, this is the best I've ever had. I unlocked 20% ward save for them and spent the next 15 turns on Cloud 9, absolutely obliterating my way through the Tomb King Empire. All of my other armies
No, leave the Skelly boys alone. They were fine until this fucking asshole showed up, okay? They were good. They were chilling. They were shitting on the dwarves, you know what you should do, because, you know, they're dwarves. I'm joking. But yeah, like, no, they were just fucking chilling. They were chilling, bro. Leave the Tomb Kings alone. Leave them alone. Shit on the Praetorians instead. Go fucking eradicate them.
were dedicated to holding my borders while Kroll systematically disassembled the strongest faction in the game. Don't worry, I didn't kill them. I left them alive just enough to appreciate how gimped their faction has become. With
That's me. That's
the
so
Tomb Kings
mean.
in a medically induced coma, our situation is still complicated, but a lot more manageable. Naturally, our finances are still stretched thin, and the Wood Elves are becoming a big problem. You see, every man has a single thread of insanity woven into the very fabric of their being. The Wood
Is this true? Do you guys have insanity woven into your being? I know we're like 90% like male audience here, or at least on my YouTube. It's like I check the analytics. It's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys who watch my stuff now.
Elves are made exclusively from these threads, and as such, they've been on a murderous rampage in the north. I've been slowing them down by
Yes, yes. Okay, so it's official. Men have insanity woven into them. Okay, interesting. Interesting to know.
sacrificing millions of boglars, but this is not a long-term solution. Luckily, we were able to erect several temples of Kroll in the desert, and we're quickly closing in on godhood. There's just one more thing we need, and it's sitting all the way in Ulthuan. I had
Ending the elves forever, for fucking ever.
Kroll
Destroy
take
them.
to the seas and make his way there. Sitting patiently in this castle is a weapon of immeasurable power, wielded by a demon named Enkari. We're actually pretty good friends, but not for long, because I'm going to kill him and claim the Sword of Cain. I started
I've heard of that before. I've heard the Sword of Cain multiple times. Is it that good? Is it like a good thing or no? It's up to you to decide if the insanity in question meshes well with your own.
the battle, and on paper, we're definitely the underdog. But what the game forgot to consider is this.
And these guys seem OP as fuck. I want to see them on the tabletop.
Hordes of sexed-up freaks charged across the field towards us, but my demonomaniacs were having absolutely none of it. Honestly, it was very enjoyable, and not just because there were thousands of muscular men whipping me, but because
I think I'm allowed to gay. I think you might be gay. That's fine. Again, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But like, I think you might
I
be
started
gay.
using this spell. Yeah, that's pretty nasty, even for Slanesh. Enkari was quite tough, and he was even able to overpower my demonomaniacs. But as it turns out, he is
Bruh.
remarkably susceptible to level 1 magic such as Spirit Leech. We finished up the battle with hardly any damage taken,
Just a pitbull in a kindergarten, bro. No. A very powerful weapon that drives you insane and curses your bloodline. The Sword of Cain is so dangerous that all 4 Chaos Gods told the first elf to wield it. Hey, maybe don't touch that thing,
back the
please.
settlement for 19,000 gold and claim the Sword of Cain. This gives Kroll 25 melee attack, 450 armor piercing, 20% ward save, and a vortex ability that just ruins everyone's day. With this weapon, I felt like a new man, like nothing could stop me. So the first thing I did was sail across the ocean and kick the shit out of Ikit Claw before burning his capital city to the
Let's go. Burn those filthy rats out. Let's go, bro. Let's do it. Let's wipe out the stinky rat
ground
boys. And then Nurgle, because
and
fuck Nurgle.
Fortnite dancing on the ashes. Oh yes, this feels very good. While this was going on, I had some luck in my war against the Dark Elves. Finding them out of position, I was able to take several key settlements and cripple their empire. Their destruction was the final piece to this whole puzzle, because we're at 18 temples, and after capturing their settlements and doing some construction, it pushed us to 20. Level 50 Kroll with the Sword of Cain is now a god of the depths, with
So you're a literal fucking god now, excuse you?
135 armor, the largest mass of any lord in the game, between 1400 and 2500 weapon strength, plenty of regeneration, overpowered spells, and 15,000 health. Considering he also has 90% damage reduction, that means you'd need to deal about 150,000 damage just to kill him.
Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit, bro. That's
On
insane.
paper, we are a god, but it's time to prove
I love the name, Kroll, sex, daily.
it. I brought Kroll back to Lustria and emptied out his army. Everyone else is going north to push back the Wood Elves, but Kroll is going to stuff himself into this drilling machine and travel all the way across the map to finish off the Chaos Dwarves by himself. I came through the portal, and before me were several dwarven armies, a few settlements, and their capital city Zar Nagrund. This is basically their equivalent of Mecca, and if we can destroy it, well, they probably wouldn't like that very much. I started the campaign by castrating Gorazin the Breaker and 700 of
Bro, you could just kill them. Why not castrate her? Huh? That's fucked up, bro. Just kill him at that
his men.
point.
Apparently, this was a heroic deed. That was easy. On to the next battle. This was where it got interesting, because it's just Kroll versus 5,000 Chaos Dwarves.
Kroll's gonna fucking eat him for breakfast. Crawl's gonna roll on top of the knee.
Drove him
Oh.
straight into the crowd and popped all of his spells while screaming at the top of my lungs. They had about 10 units of archers firing flaming arrows into the side of Kroll for 15 minutes straight, but they couldn't
Doesn't
get
matter,
past his
doesn't matter.
regeneration. The Sword of Cain, Kraken's Pull, and Purple Sun tore through the blobs of conscript soldiers, and eventually I had generated enough power to use this ability. It summons a gang of feral bog beasts that began cleaning out.
So you can fucking bring in fucking reinforcement, bro. Bro, that's so fucking cursed. Tentacle God versus short man. That sounds like a weird fucked up fucking thing. Cause now he's short and balls and ballless. I've watched some of your VODs, but this is my first time catching you live. Enjoy the stream. Oh, thank you, Demon. I'm glad you like my
The
stuff.
enemy back line. Wave after wave of dwarves shuffled onto the battlefield, only to be added to the collage of dead bodies that surround Kroll.
I was gonna say, how many corpses are there around there? An entire battalion, thank you for the follow, come in.
In
How are
moments
you?
like these, you might feel bad for the short kings, but in this judgmental and materialistic world, it's not enough to be tall. You have to actively be anti-short. So I did what I
Anti-short. Anti-short. Okay, so tall people are no longer tall, guys. They're just anti-short people. There we go. New definition for tall people. Let's go. Doing good. I'm glad to hear it, Hug. Oh, this mod? Yeah,
had to
apparently
do,
with this
and
mod.
murdered 5,000 dwarves with my bare hands. After cleaning up a few more battles and
Thanks.
crashing the game, I had made my way to Zarnagrund. These rat bastards have been popping up in my territory like post-apocalyptic Mormons for the past 35 turns, and I'm finally going to put an end to it. They didn't make it easy for me though. Kroll charged towards the front gate and absorbed about 15,000
When you say charge, do you mean slowly trundle along at like 0.2, 0.5 meters per second?
bullets to the face. After breaking through, it wasn't much better. We had to battle our way past centaur demons, flame warriors, and lots of incels, all while being blasted with heavy
Not the incels, anything but the fucking
ordnance.
incels.
Although, at some points, the artillery was actually working in our favor. You fire cluster bombs at me. I take 10% damage. Everyone else, they're dead. Not for nothing, this was the first battle where they actually made me hit the regen cap. So hypothetically, they could have killed me
Oh my god. So, oh my god, they could have let you kill
if they had more units, but they didn't. And once I was done smashing them into a dwarf puree, I forced their commanders to land, at which point Kroll smacked them for 50% of their health with each gyration of his grotesque body. After 12 minutes, it was all over, and we had emerged victorious. Friedrich
Damn, that was close, guys. That was a close one, Dora. That was a close one. Reggie is just a total war-free master. He's crawling himself to
Nietzsche
him.
famously proclaimed, God is dead. But he had syphilis in his brain, so what the fuck does he know? God is alive and well.
Wait, did he actually? Was that, or did he really? Was that a thing? I legit have no idea if he's meaning or
And
not.
he's covered in the blood of short men. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Finally,
No,
thank you to
no,
Enlisted
no,
for
no,
sponsoring
no.
the video.
Oh, it's over? Bro, I was enjoying
Changing
that.
history so that Japan wins the war is a lot of hard work, and I need your help. Play for free on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation using my link below to get plenty of free stuff.
Lol. That was good. I like that one. That was good. Reggie is always fucking fun. I know for a fact now that my time at YouTube is these like ADHD unhinged fucking YouTubers. Like I don't know. Does that make me fucked up? Is there something wrong with me, guys? Let me know in the comments. Am I weird for liking this kind of content?